Kenny Atkinson was assistant coach for us for 3 years. One of my favorite guys, man. I remember Kenny was interviewing for the job, and he called me, and he was like, "What do you think about this job? I think they got Darius, they got Donovan. Like, what are you thinking?" And I was like, "Well, I think they got the talent. They have the pieces, but it hasn't worked." And he was so excited to get there, to get the job. Number one, but then once he got it, or at the opportunity to get a job, then once he got it, and just seeing how he went to work, I got to know him really well, and I love the way he have y'all moving the ball, man. When we played y'all the first time, I felt like my neck was like this. Like, so I turned one time, somebody drove, and I dropped, and I turned my head for a second. The ball flew by my head, and I turned to go back to where I was, and you was way on the other side. I'm like, man, these dudes moving and moving this ball crazy. But what has it been like just having Kenny come in? What would you say it is that he did initially? Because the season is the season, right? Like, y'all got talent, the offense, obviously. But what was some of the things that Kenny did initially before you ever even had a practice, like summertime? What was some of the things that he did to ultimately get y'all rolling to the way y'all are now?
Man, just building that confidence in everybody, like literally from day one. He came to Nashville and see me just to sit down and talk to me. He was like, I need you to be that all-star guard that you was. He told me straight up, like, I need you to go run a team and go do what you do. Go play with that confidence and that swagger that I've seen you with for the last 3, 4 years before this. So, I mean, I took that and I just had that in the back of my head the entire summer. Like, I got to get to work and I got to go be me. And he did the same thing to Don. He did the same thing to Evan and JA. So, and that's our core four that's really locked in with each other. And then as soon as he got the job, we went to training camp. A couple years ago with JB, he had Evan and JA in like the dunker a lot more. But now Evan's on the 3-point line, a lot more spacing in the trail position. And he's now like Kenny saw a lot of things that Evan could do on the floor, on the outside, like behind the perimeter. And he can make the right reads, and he's stretching the floor this year, shooting the three ball a lot more. So that's that little slight changed our entire offense for us. Just a lot more spacing for me and Don to get downhill to create for others. And then Evan just having that confidence in himself and his work, just shooting a trade ball with confidence. And I think he's shooting at like a 45% rate right now.
And he
That's
and
crazy.
it ain't on a three a game either.
Right.
Like, he
Yeah,
ain't
it's
shooting
about
one a
three or
game.
four a game now.
Yeah,
Just
Yeah.
allowing that confidence in him
yeah.
just to shoot the trade balls just so he keep the defense honest. I mean, it changed the world for us.
Before Kenny coming to Nashville and having those conversations with you, did a part of you feel like you was possibly going to ultimately need a change of scenery? It hadn't been quite going the way it has started going for you in Cleveland. You kind of not feeling like yourself before having that conversation, and Kenny assuring you, like, no, this is the guard that I need. Did a part of you feel like, man, maybe I need a change of scenery? Because that creeps into all our minds. I've been here for 13
Positive.
years. I can't tell you the amount of times I've been like, man, maybe I do need a change of scenery, like, throughout the course of this journey.
It crept in my mind a little bit, especially a couple times over the summer. But I mean, it was really, really my parents, bro. They was like, just stick with it. Like, you didn't have a great season last year with the injuries and stuff like that. And you and
Yeah.
Don just now getting to really have a good feel for each other. Like, just stay with it just for another year. And then with Kenny coming in, I didn't I didn't know how it was gonna be. I didn't know how it was gonna work. But when we got to Sarasota in training camp, bro, it was off and running after that. Like, everything was just flowing. Our connection was pretty good at the time, but now it's really good. We can talk to each other often and on the floor. I get a lot of input from him. He get input from me and Don. So I mean, it's like a working tandem right now, bro. In our relationship, and I remember even asking you a little bit, Dre. about Kenny and how he was going to be. And I mean, that's my dog, bro. To be honest with
I told you, you
you,
would love him. Like you're
I ain't
gonna
gonna talk to
love
him about
Kenny.
anything.
Great coach. He know the game. And the one thing that I really loved about Kenny as a coach is he knows those analytics better than anyone. But he's not
Yeah.
an analytical nightmare.
He don't
And what
he
I
don't
mean by
coach off analytics.
exactly what I mean by
Yeah.
analytical nightmare is he gonna tell you, hey, so know this about this number. He ain't throwing it in your face every day like, yo, these numbers say this. You need to, and to understand the analytics like he does, but have the feel that he has. That's a dangerous combination, man.
I had him in New York. He used to work me out. He was an assistant coach. He's sharp. He work hard. He efficient. He understand analytics, but he understand players. He
Yes.
like players.
Yes.
He like hooping. And anytime you find a coach that like hooping and like hoopers,
Yeah.
then you give them the little, analytic stuff. It makes it perfect for the point guard. I was gonna ask you that with the relationship with the coach, like how important is it for you as the point guard this year to have that relationship and that communication with a coach like Kenny?
Yeah, it's super important, man. Me and Kenny, like we really like this right now. Like no BS. Like it's my dog.
Yeah.
We even talked about the OKC loss this morning. He came up to me when I was getting recovery. He was like, we didn't shoot it well, but they kicked our ass. That's what it was. That's period.
Yeah.
And I just asked him, I was like, that's it? He was like, yeah, get ready for Minnesota. So you feel the same way how we feel. Like on to the next one. We got another game coming up. During the shoot arounds, like he's on the floor with me when I'm getting shots up. He's guarding me, trying to get over a screen. He going unders, giving me a hard. He's like, this what it's gonna be like in game. And then when I'm done, he'd go over and take a ball, go on the sideline, start working on his handles. So, what you doing? But I get a 10-day. He like, man, I just start. So, man, it's super cool just having like an active coach like that, just always on the floor with us, always getting input from us, and then he can receive it, and then we can receive it as well. And just that communication part, bro, it really means a lot to me as a point guard and have like another point guard coach that actually been through it and actually played the game and actually know and actually been around great players. Like that's one of my favorite players to ever play the game. So I try to get like some little input from Kenny. What was Steph doing? Like, what can I do to help my game? How can I get over this screen a little bit faster, get my feet down quicker to get into the shot? So just getting like little notes from him like that is super cool.
I know y'all just saw me laughing. I was laughing because a couple years ago, Kenny, with that same intensity, him and Lane, our video guy, got to talking some shit. And so, Kenny check up. Kenny always check up, check rock.
Always.
First play towards quad.
Huh?
Hey, cowboy.
First play, he was pissed at Lane. He like, come on, Lane, let's go. Come on. Yeah, you want to fuck? Come on, let's go. First play, Torres quad.
I'm crying, dude.
That quad slowed him down. I'm telling you, before when Kenny first got here, before that quad, Kenny was like a machine. He worked out all day, every day.
All day.
Right? Yeah. Like all of that. He tore that quad. That quad slowed him down. That quad slowed him down for sure. I'm telling you. Chasing you over the screen, all that, like that was Kenny. Like he got crazy energy and crazy shape. And eat, sleep, and breathe basketball. But that quad slowed him down.
Like to it now though, bro. He in the gym. He was we was at OKC shoot around. He on the stairs, hands up, running up the stairs. The ball handling drills. He was in a pool.
He enjoying all the amenities. So that's what I'll be doing. If I was coaching, I'd be doing the same thing.